Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from the Black Business School. Now, if you don't know a lot about the Black Business School in terms of what we do, we educate people about wealth, income, things like that. We don't just teach as a traditional business school does, which we can do. I taught in universities for 25 years. A lot of my colleagues in the Black Business School have taught at those expensive colleges over the years. But actually, what we do is we offer a low cost, high quality, Afrocentric alternative for those who are seeking a quality education. So that means that you don't have to go and pay $100,000 for an MBA. You can just pay us a few dollars a month or whatever it is, and you can get what you need. So anyway, the Black Business School, as you know, we've been really successful because what we've done is we've taken traditional education, the best of that, we've mixed it with the best of being Black, and we've also mixed it with the best of experience. And one of the things we're always looking at is what our students need. And so one of the things I've been hearing consistently is a lot of people saying, "Hey, boys, how do I get into cannabis? How do we make investments in this weed industry?" And the thing is, I'll be real with you. I'm not a person who really who smokes or drinks or anything. I don't mess with any of that because I'm a Black man. I got enough issues to worry about, so I'm not going to mess it up with other things too. But I've been educated on cannabis, and as I've looked at cannabis through the years, one of the things I've concluded is that this isn't just sort of a drug, if you want to call it that, that can actually heal, has a lot of healing properties. I don't recommend sitting around smoking all day, but I do think that there are some ingredients there that can be beneficial for health reasons. But then also as a business prospect, it's huge. Basically what's going on is you're going like prohibition. You're going from a space where it was illegal to now it's legal, and now people are making tons of money. And as you know, most people making money don't look like us. We were the ones who got hit hard when it was illegal. We were the ones who got sent to prison, but we weren't the ones. We aren't the ones right now who are benefiting as it becomes legal. So one of the things I wanted to do was to kind of talk about the trend and kind of help you get on the front line of all this. So basically, I've kind of invited you with me on this journey. Now, one of the things that I learned about getting a PhD is that is that what you know is not even a fraction of what you don't know. That you need to know what you don't know. And then you also need to know that you don't know everything you don't know. And what I mean by that is that when you go into a new area, you got to talk to experts. You got to talk to people who know what they're doing. And I've done research. I've talked to a lot of people. I brought in experts into the Black Business School to kind of discuss what's going on with weed. I did a tour of a Black-owned marijuana production facility out in Vegas that was really impressive. And and I found that there's a lot of opportunity there. Right now you've got legalizations happening in Colorado, Washington, Canada, other places. And basically Black folks have missed out on that. We've missed out on pretty much all of the economic opportunities that have come, from those legalizations. So one of the things that I wanted to do was try to help us get to the front of the line on this, right? Sort of say, okay, what's happening in the future, right? Everything that you know now is not, a lot of what you know now is not what you knew 5 years ago. Well, what will you know 5 years ago that you don't know today? And so the best way to do that is to talk to people who can guide you through the economic jungle, who can help you kind of see the other side of that. As you've seen me use that analogy before in class, that when you go into a new investment arena where you haven't sort of gotten experience, it's like going into the jungle looking for gold. If you go into the jungle looking for gold, you don't want to just go in there by yourself because you're not going to find the gold because you don't know your way around the jungle. You might get killed and you might get scammed. What you do is you find people who live in the jungle. You find people who know where the gold is, who live in the jungle and have found the gold, and you say, "Where's the gold at? I'll pay you to show me where the gold is." So that's kind of my approach to everything. So what we did was we put together what we call a Weedinar, right? A Weedinar, similar, it's kind of like a webinar, but it's for weed, right? But the Weedinar basically is something that's designed to help you sort of participate in what they're calling the green rush, which is similar to like the gold rush. We're going to basically show you ways to get involved in this industry legally, ways that you can actually use a proprietary system that some of our experts put together called Jarvis to kind of know what's going on, which companies to pick, which investments to make, et cetera, et cetera. Also, how you can avoid what they call the speculation trap, which is where you're buying, and you're buying when things are overpriced, and then when everybody sells, you're sort of left flat. Like you look even at crypto and Bitcoin, people that started buying Bitcoin when it was at $200, $300, $400 did really well, even though Bitcoin eventually dropped off from its high of 20,000. It's still doing pretty well actually compared to where it was, a year ago, but it isn't doing as well as it was a few months ago, right? So if you came in late, then you kind of lost. But if you came in early, there was opportunity there. And also with crypto and with this other industry with cannabis, long-term potential is huge. 5 years from now, I still hold a lot of my crypto investments because I believe 5 years from now it's going to do extremely well. It's just going to take time. That's how investing works. So basically, after you get done with the Weedinar, you have a couple of options, right? You can either walk away. You can say, thank you very much. I'm gone. I'm out. I'll see you later. And you could apply the information, spend the time, go through all the different companies, all the different investment opportunities. It's going to take you a lot of time to do that, a lot of energy. And unfortunately, if you're like me, you'll probably spend a lot of time making mistakes before you figure out the right moves to make. That's what I did. That's how I learned business. That's how I learned to do everything that I do now, is through trial and error. It took me about a decade when I really wish I could have just taken a class, a really good class, and gotten it done, learned it in, 6 weeks. And then I could have saved, 7, 8, 9, 19 years of my life of trial and error and lost money spent trying different ways that did not work. So that's one option. You can do it yourself. I don't know if that's going to work, but I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to tell you what I think. Or you could do number two, which is you could take a couple hours, once a week, and go through our system where our experts have done all the work to go through all the investments, do all the analysis, to do all the research, so you don't have to do it. Let us work for you. That's kind of how a mutual fund works. Mutual funds work where you put your money in, and the asset allocation managers are the ones who go through all the stock reports and all the information. They're the ones who went and got the Harvard MBAs and all that stuff. And that's kind of how we're setting things up now. Not quite like a mutual fund. It's not really a mutual fund, but it's something where they can actually tell you what they're doing and how things work and what their system is, so that you can actually decide how you want to invest. So again, there are three parts. There's the part on how to invest legally, how to get involved in that. The second part is sort of how the system works, sort of a step-by-step breakdown of the Jarvis model and everything else. And then third is I'll bring in Mark Moss, who's an investment analyst, who's really, really good with alternative investments. And he's going to kind of talk about the speculative traps, ways that he's made money, ways that he's lost money, ways that you want to kind of approach all of this. So who is this for? Well, this is for people who are either educated or want to be educated. If you want to learn and you want to grow and you want to build and you want to look for new ideas and you're open-minded, then this is great for you. If you connect to my ideology, which is do for self, I personally believe that Black folks don't have a lot of friends. I believe that we have to do things for ourselves. Then it's for you too. If you're a person that believes that Black people can do things and we can accomplish things on our own without waiting for government and everybody else or corporate America, which has failed pretty much everyone I know for their entire life. The student loan system has screwed everyone I know. I'm a big believer in kind of going around all that. That's who this is for. It's not really for you if you're looking for a get-rich-quick situation. That was the issue with crypto. A lot of people are looking for get-rich-quick, make money in 2 days, and all this other stuff. That's not how investing works. That's not what I'm here to teach you. I'm here to really teach you things that I'm willing to do myself. If I'm not willing to invest in it, I'm never going to tell you that you should even consider investing in it, because why would I tell you to put your skin in the game if I don't want to put my skin in the game, right? If you're going to battle, I want to be at the front of the line. And it's, that way, if somebody gets hurt, it's going to be me first before anybody else. So that's kind of how my philosophy works. And that's what I do. My goal is to help. As you know, I've taught at Syracuse University, University of Kentucky, Indiana University, the Ohio State University, and et cetera. And the thing is that over the years, I've just kind of felt that there's a lot of knowledge out here about investing in wealth building that Black folks don't have access to. A lot of us can't afford those $50,000 a year universities. A lot of us, just for whatever reason, are not in those circles of wealth. I have taught students how to go to Wall Street and make millions of dollars, right? So I know how all this works, and I know it's not that difficult, and I like to be able to help you, okay? So anyway, if you want to join us, I hope that you'll consider joining us. I hope that you'll consider the power of economic systems. One of the things I've always said is that, when you think about investing as investment vehicles, people who have a system usually do better than those who just do labor, right? If your system only consists of labor, then all you're going to have is an empty bank account and a broken back. You're going to have a broke bank account and a broke back, because you're going to end up working your whole life and you're going to end up with nothing to show for it except, the rent you've paid for all those years that pretty much bought your landlord 2 houses, right? Most people buy their landlord 1 or 2 or 3 houses before they're done, because their landlord takes that money and they invest it. So I encourage you to learn economic systems. I encourage you to move beyond just labor. Labor is only important to the extent that it develops a system that works for you, okay? So that's what we do. That's our philosophy. That's what all this is all about. That's why I'm getting involved, because I don't like getting involved in stuff unless I believe that it's actually going to work. And so I'm taking you on this journey and I'm inviting you in. So the Weedinar, totally free. Just give it a try. No risk to you whatsoever. And then you can see what happens after that. And if you're interested, then, I'd love to have you around forever. And if not, then that's okay too. I just want to see you do well. So take care, everybody, and go get this. Go get yours. Go take care of your family. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.